So after consulting and advising tons of different 7 and 8 figure CEOs and leaders, and also working with actually hiring many 7 and 8 figure and even 9 figure leaders, multi-million dollar CEOs and so forth, I've discovered that there are 7 key habits that most people overlook that actually help these individuals build these empires. And I actually broke this whole process down, and I was actually invited to speak at an event with over 250 leaders, and I broke down the 7 habits of highly effective leaders and 7-figure and 8-figure CEOs. I didn't want to condense this. I don't want to take pieces apart of it. I want to give you the entire training so I don't leave anything out, so you can actually take it and apply it into your business and share it with other leaders in your team. So let's go ahead and jump right into the full training, and actually please take notes on it, implement it, and I want to hear your feedback on this as well. Let's jump right into it.
So let's get to it. Everybody say, let's get to it. All right, so habit number 1 is millionaire CEOs and leaders, they do regular time audits. Has anybody ever here done a time audit before? Good. Anybody know what a time audit is? All right, good. Y'all finna love this. So I'm jumping ahead of myself. All right. Who's ever heard the term time is money? I told you I was gonna be some typos on these slides. Who ever heard the term time is money? Perfect. Who believes that? Time is not money. Write this down. Time is infinitely more valuable than money. How do we know that? Has anybody here ever ran out of money before? Anybody? Raise your hand high if you've ever run out of money before. Cool. Keep your hands up if you've ever ran out of time. Nobody in here has ever ran out of time because you're here right now. You haven't ran out of time. Let me give you another example. If I wrote you $1 million check right now, who would take it? Raise your hand high. What if as soon as you got the check, you died? Who would still take the check? Who would still take the check if you died? I'm talking about on the reception of the check, you died. Soon as you got it, who would still take it? Okay, we got 1 or 2. Okay, good. All right. Oh, okay. All right. So this shows us, well, most of us, that time is infinitely more valuable than money. Does that make sense? Perfect. So let's do this. Let's do a time audit together. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down your ideal annual income 3 years from now. What's your ideal annual income 3 years from now? Write it down. Tell me when you got it. And before we actually get into the time audit, I actually wrote this. We're actually starting with the time worth formula before we go into the time audit. Does that make sense? So what's your annual income 3 years from now? Suspend all disbelief, right? Not what you think is realistic or whatever that means. Y'all got it? If you got it, say I got it. Perfect. Would you be okay making that 1 year from now? Who would be okay making that number 1 year from now? Good. How many hours do you work on your business per week? Write that down. How many hours do you work on your business per week? Y'all got that? And I want you to multiply it by 48. It's going to be a little math in here, so y'all don't freak out. Then I want you to divide that revenue number by the hours worked. I'm going to give y'all an example here in a second. Divide the revenue number you chose by the hours worked. That's going to tell you your time worth per hour. You tracking so far? Okay. So let me give you an example. Can I give y'all an example? Yeah. All right, good. So let's say your goal is $1 million. Let's say your goal is $1 million. Anybody put less than $1 million? Good. Okay. Who put $1 million, at least? Good. Who put less than $1 million? Okay. All right. Cool. Y'all don't want to make $1 million at least? Huh? Like this is my philosophy. Business is too hard to make less than $1 million a year. I'm just saying. Business is too hard to make less than $1 million a year. I'm just saying. Like if we just want to make average income, you should just get a job. And there's nothing wrong with a job. That's just my philosophy. I just want to let that marinate. All right? So your goal is $1 million. Let's say you work 40 hours per week on your business. Okay? I know most of you probably do your business part-time, right? So it probably won't be 40 hours. And that's cool. But whatever your number is. 40 times 48 hours. That's 1,900. So 40, let's just say times 48. So 48 is 48 weeks. Okay? Why did I say 48 weeks? Because it's 52 weeks in a year, right? Let's say you carve out a month for vacation. Y'all with me? Good. So we're going to do 40 times 48. That's 1,920 hours that you work on your business. And we're going to take $1 million and divide it by 1,920. So that means in this particular example, your time is worth $520.83 per hour. Is it making sense so far? Does everybody have their number? Who doesn't have their number? Who, when you look at that number, who's like, that number is bigger than you thought it was going to be? That your time is worth way more. Good, good, good. All right. Would you move differently daily if you knew every one of your hours was worth $520.83? Would you move different? Who would move differently? Like, looking at that number right now in your paper, how many of you like, okay, I need to look at my calendar and like readjust some things. I need to do a little things a little bit different. How many of y'all would say that? Good. Now, what would you do differently? Knowing that, knowing your number per hour right now, what would you do differently? Say no more. Anybody? What would you? Get up earlier? Work more hours? Leverage more? Say what?
Say less to more people.
Say less to more people? Good. I saw y'all picking up what I'm putting down, right? All right, good. Let's keep going. So habit number 2. They do regular calendar audits. How many know what a calendar audit is? How many of you do calendar audits? A couple people. Cool. First off, who uses the calendar for everything? Who uses the calendar? Raise your hand high. Who calendar? Good. How many use Apple Calendar? How many use a physical calendar? And y'all walk around with the physical calendar? Like, who walks around with the physical calendar like in there? Wow. Okay. I ain't judging. I'm just asking. I'm here to learn. Wow. Okay. Got it. Okay. So one of my favorite tools is, in our multi-million-dollar business, is Google Calendar, and it's free. It's a game changer. How many of you, your gym time is on your calendar? How many of you want to go to the gym more? Perfect. How many of you who want to go to the gym more, gym time is on your calendar? So if you want to go to the gym more, what can we do right now? Put gym time on your calendar. Next shot is, how many of you have kids? Perfect. How many of you want to spend more time with your kids? How many of you got kids time on your calendar? So if you want to spend more time with your kids, what's something you can do right now? Put kids time on your calendar. Does that make sense? Because whatever you leave open, vacuums are the space is going to fill. So if you don't fill the space, something is going to fill the space. And before you know it, our kids will be grown. And they don't want to play with us no more. Does that make sense? All right. So this is called an 80-20 power grid, right? This is called an 80-20 power grid. So let's walk through this. And I know y'all ain't going to look at these pictures y'all taking, by the way. So I'll get with Mr. Self and see how we can get y'all the slides. Because y'all ain't going to leave with nothing but a whole bunch of pictures in your phone. I was like, oh, that's good. Y'all ain't going to look at those pictures. It's like the paparazzi in here. All you hear is... But we'll get y'all the slides. Don't even trip. I got y'all. So I'm going to walk y'all through each one of these. So this is the 80-20 power grid. So this is negative $100 per hour to $100,000 per hour activities. If you knew, which one would you be doing more of? 100,000. Okay, let's see. All right. So this is your negative $100, negative 100. Now let me say this, y'all. I'm not judging, right? I'm not judging. You do what you want to do. I'm just stating, right? We just gonna talk. We just gonna have a comment. We family now. I think we family now. All right, good. So a negative $100 per hour activity is drinking alcohol, smoking weed, eating fast food, hanging out with negative people, worrying what people think of you, avoiding problems that need fixing, breaking promises and letting people down, and just doing stupid stuff. Right? Now, listen to what I'm saying. Am I saying you shouldn't be doing these? No. What I am saying is just awareness. So if you sit around kicking it, smoking, whatever, just be like, oh, just be aware. Don't show up to the meeting like, I ain't hit my revenue goals this month. Does it make sense? That's all I'm saying. Just be aware. That's it, right? Don't get on the scale and be mad at the scale. It's not the scale's fault. Right? All right. $0 per hour activities. Watching Netflix, checking Facebook and Instagram, watching YouTube videos, playing video games, and following other people's lives. Right? Now, am I saying don't Netflix and chill? No, it's not what I'm saying. I like binge watching shows. I like Law & Order, Chicago PD, and all that. I'm actually mad that the seasons are now over with, so now we gotta wait till whenever they come out with a new one, right? However, that's how I turn my brain off, so it's also a rest for me, and I'm okay with that. Does that make sense? $10 per hour activities, running errands, buying groceries or trips to any store, cooking meals, cleaning, doing dishes, attending meetings or phone calls, unless, of course, you're doing prospecting phone calls, right? So let's put it in context, right? Now, some of you may go to the grocery store and you cook for therapy. So that may be something for you, right? But like, how many of y'all got Instacart? Right? So it's like, how many of you like, what is Instacart? How many of y'all like the Instacart fees are too high, that's why I don't use it? But if you look at how much your time is worth per hour, would it be better being on the phone, prospecting, or standing in line at Kroger? Just saying, do what you want to do. I'm just saying, does this make sense? Like, I hate lines. I hate grocery stores. I hate Walmart. Like, anything with a line, I hate. If there's a line, I don't want to go. It has to be, what's the VIP? Like, I hate it. Does that make sense? I just don't like it, right? Airport, I hate it. Like, the lines, it just bothers me. Does it make sense? So, attending meetings, mowing your lawn. Who cuts their own grass? Who cuts your own grass because you want to? Or who cuts your grass just because you're being cheap? Because you can probably get somebody to cut your grass for about $50. And if your time is worth $520.83 per hour, should you be cut? If you cut your own grass and your time is worth $520.83 per hour, guess what that means? You just paid $520.83 to cut your grass. That's what you just spent. How many calls could you have made to get people to your meeting? How many calls could you have made during that 2 hours you was cutting the lawn? How many calls you have made? At least 20, right? If you made 20 calls, you had 3 conversations, you got 2 to watch a presentation, 1 to join the team, we cooking. And you just you're looking out the window while somebody cutting your grass. In the AC. Does it make sense? People be like, well, no, Marquel, you got to do that stuff so you can show your boys how to do it. I'm like, My boys can learn how to do it on YouTube if they want to learn how to do it, right? I'm teaching them how to hire other people to do it. Does it make sense? Y'all follow me? Because I ain't doing it. I don't do no household maintenance at all. I'm just saying. We can clap for that, right? Like, I'm just being, we'll be like, no, a man has to. I'm like, not in 2024. TaskRabbit. We just had a guy from TaskRabbit come. Y'all know what TaskRabbit is? You can get somebody on TaskRabbit to come do anything. TaskRabbit. Oh, it's an app. You can be like, hey, I need this fixed. And they'll send you can look at their reviews. We had somebody come fix our dryer yesterday. Yes. Like, I ain't even look at it. I'm like, I don't know. It's just not working no more. Right? And it's $100. I'm getting my hair cut while he's fixing the dryer. Y'all follow? Is this making sense? So y'all are $1 million CEOs, right? So this is how we got to think about our time and how we operate within time. You can't manage time. You can only manage what you do within time. Does it make sense? You can't manage time. You can only manage what you do within time. Does it make sense? Perfect. With customer support, answering your phone and text. Again, unless it's a prospect, unless it's family, something like that. But just like gossiping and talking about nothing. I'm saying do what you want to do. I ain't judging. But we're just doing the math. Is that cool? Yes. Spelling everything perfectly. There's no value in that. There's no value in that. Clearly, y'all see my slides. There's no value in that. Because y'all still get it, right? And they got this thing called Grammarly. Anybody ever use Grammarly? It's incredible. It helps you spell everything right. It's crazy. And it's free, or you can upgrade it if you want. But I've just been using the free one. It's been fine. Cold calling and following up. Now, again, in context, this could be higher than a $10 per hour activity depending on your business. Does that make sense? Are y'all following me? Good. $100 per hour activities. Solving a problem for a client, right? Or helping a team member. Talking to a qualified prospect. Writing emails to prospects or clients. Managing pay-per-click campaigns. Outsourcing simple tasks. So you get paid more to outsource a task than for doing a task. Ain't that crazy? What if they would have taught us that in school? Right? Posting content on social media. How many of y'all post content on social media? Wow. Nobody here posts content on social media? Wait a minute again. How many of y'all post content on social media? How many of y'all just raising your hand now because you felt bad the first time? Because we went for like them only ones who was posting content to like everybody. Okay. Some of y'all lying. It's okay though. It's okay. Reading books and taking courses. Reading books and taking courses. Right? Only if you're taking and applying it. That's because like you only learn by executing, not by consuming information. Does that make sense? So when I'm done here, you won't learn anything by the time I walk up the stage. How will you learn something? If you take something and you go apply it. You do something different with your calendar. Now you've actually learned something. But just hearing me, y'all ain't learned nothing right now. Does that make sense? Yes. All right, cool. $1,000 per hour activities. Planning and organizing your day. How many of you plan your day? How many of you plan your day the day before? Good. So Jim Rohn, the guy who totally changed the game for me, I never met him, but he was like, never start a day until it's done on paper. Never. Because if you wake up and then you plan your day in the morning, you're already behind. Does that make sense? Planning or organizing your day. Negotiating with hot prospects. Building sales funnels or webinars. Delegating complex tasks. Writing ad copy or sales copy. Creating PPC campaigns. Creating and judging tests and experiments. That's for like marketing nerds. Building and testing systems and machines. Exercise, sleep, and relaxation. How many of you would exercise more if you knew it was a $1,000 activity? How many of you would get better sleep? If you weren't so like, oh man, I feel bad about getting some sleep. They said sleep till you're dead. Sleep when you're dead. Right? All right, good. How many of y'all sleep more? How many of you relax more? Good. How many of you know you're more effective when you show up more relaxed and more rested? How many of y'all get massages? Good, perfect. I like the hands going up. Okay, good. Meditation, $1,000 per hour activities. Meditate. How many of you meditate? Good. How many of you tried to meditate? Good. Perfect. How many of you don't like meditation because you're like, I can't stop my thoughts? How many of you know the goal isn't to stop your thoughts? That's not the goal of meditation. Does it make sense? Cool. Hanging out with smart people. So this is a $1,000 per hour activity for y'all. Congratulations. All right? Let's keep going. Y'all want to keep going? Yes. $10,000 per hour activities. Creating and improving your products. Yeah, we can clap for that. Creating and improving your offers. Improve your value proposition. Negotiating major deals. Hiring and firing team members. Because I know some of you, based on your product that you sell, you probably provide that. I was talking to my brother earlier, and he was like, he provides the service for companies. The LegalShare product was like, hey, I provide it for companies. That's negotiate a major deal. It's a $10,000 per hour activity. How many of those conversations do you got to have to hit your goals? Does that make sense? Yes. Establishing values and culture, selling to qualified groups, public speaking to qualified crowds, cutting costs, reflection is honest self-analysis, and fixing and repeating problems and errors. $10,000 per hour activities. Make sense? Y'all follow me? Now it's probably gonna sound counterintuitive, but how many of you realize that the higher the revenue per hour, the less work is actually happening? It's more what? Leverage. Are y'all follow me? All right, $100,000 per hour activities. Capital allocation decisions. Salary and incentive decisions. Restructuring decisions. Establishing long-term partnerships. Setting long-term strategy and direction. Architecting systems and machines. And radical innovation. $100,000 per hour activities. Are y'all following me? Is this making sense so far? Is this helpful so far? Got it. How many of y'all like looking at your calendar now like, okay, how can I? Got it. How many of y'all could add more $100,000 per hour activities to your schedule? How many of you could add more $10,000 hour activities? Good. Perfect. How many of y'all are already deleting people from your? All right, good. Perfect. All right. So this is an example. So if you fill this in, you're like, okay, total yield 1,800. So if you're like, okay, I put 2 hours drinking alcohol, 7 hours on Netflix, 20 hours following other people's lives, 10 running errands, 10 mowing lawns, household maintenance, 8 solving client problems, 1 planning tomorrow, 0 improving the product, 0 capital allocation. And my total yield was 1,800. Make sense? So the maths. Right? Is the math mathing? All right. Y'all say the math mathing? Let me slow it down. Y'all say the math is mathing. All right. Good. Cool. All right. Habit number 3. Y'all okay? Can they handle more? Okay. Can y'all handle more? All right, good. Habit number 3. Eliminate, automate, delegate. Millionaire CEOs and leaders eliminate, automate, delegate. Does that make sense? So let me go back here for a second. Eliminate, automate, delegate. So a lot of times we get so busy and we're like optimizing and we're adjusting stuff that shouldn't even exist. So if you look at your calendar right now, if your calendar is still pulled up, and you look at what you do on a day-to-day basis, what are you trying to improve right now that just shouldn't even exist, that you shouldn't even be doing? Right? Who are you trying to pull and drag that shouldn't even be in your circle? Think about your top 5. Everybody got a top 5, right? Like y'all ever heard like who's your top 5 in music? Like who's your top 5 rappers, or top 5 R&B, or top 5 NBA players? Anybody ever heard that term before? Yeah. Good. Think about the top 5 in your network. Like in your network, you probably can look at your history on your phone and know who your top 5 is. Right? Think about it. Does everybody think about this for a second? Who's your top 5? Are y'all clear on it? Raise your hand high if you know who your top 5 is. Perfect. Cool. How many of you just like you don't feel like you got a top 5? Cool. Perfect. So think about your top 5 or your top 3 or whatever. Everybody got them? Yep. Crystallized? Yep. Who shouldn't be there anymore? You don't got to say it out loud. Who shouldn't be there no more? Like, who have you outgrown? Who shouldn't be there no more? So, like, in business, in scaling, I have a lot of fun helping companies like scale, right? And one of the things that we find in scale is we had this thing called managerial debt. Managerial debt is simply keeping people in the company longer than they should be there. Because you're still paying them, it's creating a toxic environment, it's affecting the culture, and if they're a C player and you have them around A players will begin to like, oh wow, if he'll settle for that, then I don't got to perform at the highest level. Then so in sports they call it playing down to the competition. They're like, oh, I don't got to operate as this. I can do that and then still get paid this. Yeah. So who shouldn't be there no more? Who on your team are you trying to drag across the line? Who on your team are you trying to convince to do the work? Who on your team you got to always convince and remind what their why was when they signed up? Is it making sense? Is it time? Who needs, like, when I need a detox? How many of y'all like, I need a detox? My top 5. How many of y'all like, I need a detox? All right, cool. So, and then also look at that calendar. What else do you need to eliminate? So who do you need to eliminate from your circle? What do you need to eliminate from your calendar? What do you need to eliminate? What beliefs do you need to eliminate? What limiting beliefs do you have right now that you need to eliminate? What can you automate? So what are you doing every day that you can automate instead? What can you do? And it could be like the basic stuff, like, for example, if you take your trash to the end of the street on Thursdays and Fridays, how can you automate that? How can you automate getting your car washed? Like, instead of having to follow up with the person who's coming to wash your car, have them schedule up or whatever, have your assistant do it, whatever. Like, what can you automate? Can you automate your grocery delivery? Like, what can you automate that you're doing every day that's taking up bandwidth from other more productive stuff you can be doing? We good so far? Yes. And then what can you delegate? Do you wash your car? Can you delegate that? Do you cut your own grass? Can you delegate that? What can you delegate to free up more time? Does it make sense? Yes. All right. Habit number 4, millionaire CEOs and leaders reflect and project. So here's what that means. So reflect at the end of the day. How many of you do an end of day report? One person, good. How many of you at the end of the week, you will do an end of week review? End of week review and plan. Okay? So I read this book one time, and it said, and I'm going to paraphrase this, I'm not an expert on this topic, but it said, he created for 6 days, and then he looked back and said what? It was good. So if God created and then looked back and reviewed, why wouldn't we? I'm just saying. I think that's what the book said, Kev. All right? So think about it, because like if we can the faster we can fix recurring issues, right? But if we're not reviewing, if you let 90 days go by, so let's say, for example, let's say your competition reviews every day. I'm just using competition loosely because I don't really believe in competition, but let's just go with it. Let's say they review every day. That's 365 reviews they have. Let's say you review once a year on New Year's Eve. They're 365 times ahead of you. Because you half review on New Year's Eve before you go out and turn up. Is this making sense? So reflect and project. So you reflect on this day. You reflect on this week. You reflect on the month. You reflect on the quarter. And then you project. What's our targets for this week? How many dials am I going to do today? Right? How many presentations do I have to do today? How many people do I have to get into the video? How many people, does it make sense? Yes. Like, how many of you do that? Like, when you're reviewing, when you're wrapping up your day and you're planning the next day, how many are already clear on, this is how many presentations I have to show tomorrow? Or this is how many presentations I got to show for the week? Does anybody have that number? Just saying. Does it make sense? I guarantee you, if we ask Mr. Self, I didn't talk to him before. Your brother know his numbers. We're like, what? He knows his numbers because he reflects and he projects. Does it make sense? Success leaves clues. Yes. Does it make sense? Yes. Cool. Habit number 5, empower versus enable. So, for example, when I was doing network marketing, I read this book called Go for No. Anybody ever read that? Yes. So every day, instead of trying to get yeses, I was like, I'm gonna get 20 no's today. I was like, if I get 20 no's today, that'll be 100 no's that I got this week. If I get 100 people to tell me no, I gotta sign somebody up. It just has to. Does that make sense? So when I was talking to people, they were like, oh, I need to think about it. No, don't think about it. Just tell me, are you in or you out? Like, we're going to do this with or without you. I just need to know if you in or out so I can scratch you off my list. And nobody ever wants to get scratched off the list. They're like, no, let me. Does it make sense? But you got to have that with or without your attitude. We're going to do this with or without you. Does it make sense? Cool. Habit number 5 is empower versus enable. Leaders, they empower versus enable, right? So for example, you point your team to the resource versus you being the resource. Like how many of you, when somebody on your team reaches out to you, you always give them the answer? How many of you do that? You give them the answer every time they reach out. Now you're the resource. How many of you, when somebody on your team reaches out to ask you a question, you point them to the resource? Hey man, that's in your back office. Hey man, have you watched this video? Hey man, have you? Does it make sense? You point them to the resource. That's how you empower them. But if you enable them and you baby them, like with my sons, I say use your resources. Like, you know, mom be want to do everything. Mom be like, no, I'm going to do it. Like, hey, man, mom, I can't find my drawers. I'm like, bro, go find them. Mom be like, no, I got it. No, this man can find, if he can play the iPad, he can find his drawers. I'm just saying. He know how to get on the iPad. He know how to do all this stuff. He can find his drawers. I'm just saying. Am I wrong, y'all? No. I'm just saying. Because I'm like, we got to empower them. Because when we aren't around, we need to be them empowered to make decisions and figure things out. Does that make sense? Yep. Habit number 6. Leaders lead from the front. So let me ask you this. The individuals on your team, how many enrollments or sales or whatever that number is that you're tracking, how many of those do you want the leaders on your team to do? Or how many calls you want them to make per day? Let's say that. How many calls you want people on your team to make every day? Don't nobody got a number? Who said 10 to 20? Which one, 10 or 20? 20. Perfect. Are you doing 20 today? Good. Who else wants a team to do 20? You doing 20 today? More than 20. Who else is doing 20 a day? Who else would love for their team to be making 20 calls a day? Raise your hand high. Perfect. Keep your hands up if you're doing 20 calls a day. Somebody said not every day. You want to work your business every day that ends in Y. Right? Because you want to make money every day that ends in Y, right? Because guess what? If somebody like, well, I do the Sabbath on Saturday. Great. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you deserve to be creating what? Leverage. So now when you're doing the Sabbath on, I think it's Friday evening to Saturday evening. So now when you're doing the Sabbath, your business is still growing because you've created leverage Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday if you do Sunday. So your business is still working even on the days you're not working. Does that make sense? Yes. Because you was leading from the front all week. But if you're not at the event or you're not at the meeting, but we want the team to be there, we want them to do the calls, we want them to show up, we want them to be committed, we want them to read in 10 pages a day, but we ain't doing none of the things. Does that make sense? Yes. So millionaire CEOs and leaders, they lead from the front. Habit number 7 is they master the mundane. How many of y'all be like, it's boring though? How many of y'all be like, I saw somebody laugh. How many of y'all be like, it's boring? Like, how many of y'all know business is boring? Business should be boring, right? A well-run business is a boring business. If you want excitement, go do something else. Go hiking. Go to a movie. Right? What's some things y'all do for excitement or thrills? Golf. Skydiving. It's thrills in golf? Like, golf is boring to me. It's boring to me. I'm just like, boring, what are we doing? It's like watching grass grow. It's like, what are we doing, guys? I just like riding the cart. So what else y'all like doing for thrills? Dancing. What else? Roller coasters. Roller skating. Boom. Y'all see what I'm saying? Get your excitement from that. Don't get your excitement from the business. Because business is boring. All you're doing is what in business? What's the mundane? Talking to new people, presenting, talking to team, follow up. Y'all follow me? So you prospecting, presenting, and what? Promoting. What if y'all focus on just mastering those things? Prospecting, presenting, promoting. Prospect, presenting, promoting. Prospect, presenting, promoting. It's boring. But what if that was the only thing? It's like if you think about the masters at anything, all they did was master the mundane. So if you think about the best basketball players ever. So like my son, he's 10. When he played basketball, he always want to take it between his legs. I'm like, bro, you got to get good at just dribbling regular first. Get good at dribbling regular. Then taking it between your leg is a lot easier. It's just a step, right? But how many you want to get good at prospecting? How many you want to get good at presenting? What's the secret to getting good at presenting? Present more. Y'all get it. What's the secret to getting good at prospecting? What's the secret to getting good at leading? Lead more. How many of you're the only person on your team? Anybody here, you're the only person on your team? Good. But how many, even those who are the only person on your team, you know you're still a leader, right? Who are you leading? Y'all get it. Like, I ain't even have to do this. Like, they get this. They get this. So master the mundane. Okay? I had this slide. I jumped ahead of myself. But what did these three gentlemen do? What did they do? They mastered the mundane. Because there's money in the mundane. So the mundane, dribble, pass, shoot. For them, it was dribble, pass, shoot. For y'all is what? Prospect. What is it? Perfect. Prospect, present, promote. Prospect, present, promote. Simple, right? Guess what, though? What's simple and easy to do is also what? Easy not to do. Quick recap. Number one, millionaire CEOs and leaders, they do regular time audits. They do regular calendar audits. They eliminate, automate, delegate. They reflect and project. They empower versus enable. They lead from the front, and they master the mundane. Who can handle that? Perfect. Now, let me give y'all a secret. Let's pause for a second. Because I get y'all clapping. But who can, do this? Everybody. Perfect. So what I want y'all to look up here and pick one that you're going to focus on for the next 30 days. Just pick one. Don't even run out of here all excited and be like, I'm going to do all 7. Just pick one. Which one are you going to focus on for the next 30 days? Then compound it. Then 7 months later, you will have all 7 of these installed. Are y'all following me? Yes, sir. Cool. Did y'all get value? Yes. Perfect. Cool. So let's connect. I don't know whatever your favorite platform is. I don't know if we do Q&A or how we do this. Is it working? No,
you'll be on Friday night too.
Perfect. All right, excellent. So connect. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever your favorite platform is. It's Marquel, not Markel. It's Marquel, Marquel Russell. So last thing before I get out of here. It's 3 types of people in the room. How many? 3. How many? 3. It's people that make things happen. It's people that watch things happen. And it's people that's been listening to me for the last hour and some change. And you wondering, what happened? I'm going to give you the opportunity to decide which one you are. Give yourselves a hand again for being here, please.